Okay, we are on episode 3 of If My Favorite Pop Idol Make It to Budokan, I Will Die. Now, before I talk about this episode, let me just say this. Yesterday was a very shocking yet sad moment that happened yesterday. It was shocking to me. I did not see it coming. Some of y'all haven't seen it either. Like you couldn't believe it. So all I can say for that is still I can't believe it. Still, respect 24. Respect 24. Respect 8. Kobe, you'll be missed. Now, on to the episode of If My Favorite Pop Idol Make It to Budokan, I Will Die. You know, the 2 episodes we've watched was an emotional roller coaster. Yeah, we had some comedy moments in this right here. We had some comedy moments, but this episode 3, had just confirmed to me that this is one of this will go down as one of the most heartwarming scenes of this year. You can't write a book on this. This was more like the Romeo and Juliet. And I know that you don't see the Romeo and Juliet, but if you look closely at the personas that what makes Marina the Juliet and R.I.P the Romeo, you see the difference. Like you see the Romeo and Juliet vibe. Like, like here's the thing about Romeo and Juliet. Like those who had no time to hang out. Same goes with this. You see what I mean? Like there's some similarities in that, but you can't put it in the bill. Okay, now I want to talk episode 3, and let me fix this for a bit. Okay, episode 3 was a heartwarming moment in this. It was so great to see Ariel trying to be the idol fan that she is. Now Ariel coming off with a mustache, with kind of like a funny mustache, walking on 2 long sticks and just like pretending to like the man or whatnot. So wait, if you notice they went to the zoo, you see that if anyone noticed that panda, that little bear statue dressed like Luffy from One Piece, like literally if you really pay attention to that background of a statue, that bear statue, you see him wearing that Luffy hat with that blue stripe on it around it. You know how Luffy wears a straw hat with the red, but you see the panda wearing that blue stripe on it. He was wearing a Luffy outfit though, so just pay attention to that. But it was real funny how Ariel was kind enough to see Marina. Now, and then the funny thing was, talk about funny. They went to an internet cafe and they got the wrong date because they were supposed to go to that side of. They realized that their event was supposed to happen that week, but this week they had to go to that one. So they travel around, having a friend. One thing I like Ariel and her friend is that these two will go to the distance. They will go to any distance. From train to train, from car to car, bike to bike, plane to plane, they will go through the distance to meet their favorite idol, even if they were a little bit late. But I like the scene when they were running, like this, they caught the train was on schedule, and then when they got there running, Eric Peel was athletic as ever, running, and left him hanging. I'm like, I salute you. He took one for the team. Let me just say, he took one for the team. Like, he literally just like, go on without me, please. Okay, you're a brave man. Bye. Yo, dipped. Like, just left her in the scene. I'm like, dang, that's funny to watch. Okay. And then, we met the other girl, who's the other guy's little sister. And she liked Marina too. Now, here's what things get, this is where it gets very touching. I know episode 3 was kind of not too funny wise, but it was heartwarming to see. Like, you feel it. Like, your heart just like was more open than ever in this one. Now Marina, here's the thing about Marina. That idol girl, I get it. She's underrated. I'm not saying she's my least favorite. I'm not saying she's my favorite. I'm not saying like, oh, she's my least favorite idol because she's underrated. No, 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 no. That's not true. That's not true. What I'm saying is, they gotta give respect from her now. Like me, I don't have a favorite idol yet in this show. Let me just say this right now. I don't have a favorite idol girl yet. I know some of y'all gonna say, some of y'all would have said, Marina should have been the first girl you should have said. I get that. But like I said, I just can't, like when it comes to anime girls, I can't, when it comes to anime girls in general, I can't just like look at the main girl in the first hand and say, okay, that's my favorite. Just like with Sailor Moon. Like I can't just look at Sailor Moon first and say, she's my best girl. No, it takes some time. Just like Monster Misune. I can't just like look at them. I can't just like look at Mia, the snake girl. She was the first girl, first monster girl. I can't say, oh, I like Mia. No, it takes time. Especially in Love Live. Like in Love Live, oh, I saw Honoka first. I mean, should I like Honoka? No, it took me some time. So then looking around, I'm like, okay, I like Maki. Same go with Aquas. Okay, Chica was there, and but I had to wait and see what other girls came out. And after all, nine of them, I like Rico. You see what I mean? With Jam Jam, I get the idol that's not like underrated idol, but I just take some time to like, let me get to know them a little bit more, and then I'll decide who's my favorite girl of the Jam Jam group. Marina will probably be giving me more time to liking her. I'll see. But Marina, she is trying to be the idol like everybody else. And I feel bad for her. Like anytime they do a group chat with everybody, all the other idols, like everybody, all the other fans meet them, but Marina only gets like one person. No, two people. She get two people. Pio and the other guy's little sister. Those are the two fans that she got. And I'm like, why nobody else see her as an idol? I just don't get it. But yeah, it was very touching. And she was checking on, R.I.P was checking on her pulse and everything. It was really, really nice to see. Now, this is where things gets crazy. Oh my freaking God. Let me go on with this. This heartwarming scene when, it's like the good case scenario, bad case scenario. Like, this is like good but bad. Bad but good. Here's the thing. R.I.P made it to the train, and then out of like the shock the system, your favorite idol is on the train. That right there was the shining moment. That was the moment. You could have told her about the letter. She could have mentioned her about the letter. That was the moment. You could have said something. You could have said something about the letter. You could. Like, and how ironic that you got in the train with the idol that you like. That's a 1 in a million shot, guys. That's like a 1 in a million for us fans. Like, imagine you hop on a bus or a train and then you sat next, or you're standing next to a celebrity. How lucky can you be? That's how lucky she was. But it was there, and then Marina looked away and she said, thank you for shaking my hands and whatnot. I'm like, oh, you kidding me? You turn away from the one fan, the one main fan that looked after you, and you decide to not look the other, and you look the other way. And R.I.P crying in the distance, like she didn't want to cry, but she was crying in the distance. You could have said I love you. You could have said anything like that, but it was the most heartwarming scene I've ever witnessed in this show. And I'm sensing Yuri vibes in this one. Come on, guys. You guys couldn't tell me the first episode you sensed some Yuriness. I felt it. This episode 3 just confirms that there is some heartwarming Yuri vibes. Forget the comedy that we getting right now, but I feel like every episode is juggling from a comedy to a heartwarming, from a comedy and trying to mush it all into one. What we got in episode 3 was the moment, and I cannot stress that out. I cannot stress that out. Episode 3 was the most heartwarming scene ever. The train scene was so like, oh. But it was beautiful. Just beautiful. So now I look forward for next week's episode of my favorite pop idol, Make It to Budokan I Will Die. I look forward to see how it will continue on, and the relationship between the idol and the fan, you can't rest yourself. So I look forward to it, and I hope you will.